In this video, I'll show you how to test a Mercedes throttle position sensor, which is called throttle valve actuator in width. And please get your hand on this because it is the workshop information system of Mercedes. It combines all the things that you will need in order to pinpointing the exact diagnostic for your Mercedes vehicles. They have all the wiring diagram to components functions, its locations, and many things else. Now we will take a look at our throttle position sensor wiring diagram. As we can see, M16/6 is our throttle sensor. It has 6 wires, 2 for the motor, 1 for ground, 1 for power supply, and 2 wires for 2 signals. Let's have a closer look into this diagram. You can see wire number 1 and wire number 2 are for the motor. So we don't need to pay attention to them in this test. In addition, you will also see number 4 and 6, which are ground and power respectively. And the last but most important thing are the 2 signals that we need to measure. You can see they are numbered at 3 and 5. Now come the important measuring order, which you have to pay attention closely. We will exclude pin number 1 and 2, which are wired to the motor. After that exclusion, first thing first, turn your key on or press the start button 1 time without starting the engine. Then we will measure ground. With the key off, you will need to wait 2 to 3 minutes for the CAN network to go to sleep. And the 2 remaining wire will be the signal wire. You can see the pin number written on the connector exactly according to the wiring diagram. Now turn your key on or press the start-stop button 1 time without starting the engine. For the multimeter, remember to choose 12 volt on your DC voltage scale. Now, as you can see, when I measure pin number 4, it indicates 5 volt, which is the power supply to this sensor. Now, we will find the ground wire using continuity on your multimeter. Remember to have your key off and then wait 2 to 3 minutes for the CAN network to go to sleep. As you can see, when I measure pin number 6, it gives me continuity, which indicates that this is the ground that we're looking for. Moving on to the 2 signal wires, we know that they are pin number 3 and 5, so I'll test them respectively to see what it will give me. As we can see, number 3 gives me 0 volt, but pin number 5 gives me almost 5 volt, 4.9 to be exact. To explain the difference between the 2 signals, I'll give you a bit of theory behind this. On the graph, we have voltage for the y-axis and open percentage for the x-axis. These 2 signals are in the opposite direction, which form an inverse graph. At the 0% throttle position, which is the closed position, signal 1 will be 0 voltage and signal 2 will be 5 voltage. At the 100% throttle position, which is the full open position, things are complete opposite. 5 voltage for signal 1 and 0 voltage for signal 2. So that explains why we have 0 voltage for pin number 3 and almost 5 voltage for pin number 5 at fully closed position. Alright, so that's it for this video. I hope you can now measure your throttle position sensor to figure out whether you have a failing sensor or not.